like a lot of stuff. I like stuff. Everything makes me happy. Look at this. Yes, brings me joy. Yes, she brings me joy. I just also like details on top of detail. I like a lot of textures. I like a lot of colors. But what fights me is I try to not get too much. So that's why I try to pick 3 colors to flash throughout the house. And it's the 3 same colors are blue, greens, and then a neutral color.
Okay.
That's what you'll find throughout the whole house are those 3 colors, because I could get carried away. So the colors just repeat themselves throughout the house. And I think, to me, that's what kind of pulls everything together. It's not actually the stuff in the room that matters to me that has to match the other rooms. As long as there's a thread of the same color, like the rug in here is green. Then it brings in here, there's green. There's blue. I also didn't want all green, so I like blue mixed with green. But as long as you can see these colors when you're in every room, I think it kind of pulls the rooms together without having the same rugs or the same furniture or the same wood finishes even. Like it's the colors to me that will bring the rooms together. And it works for me.
I think what you said is really interesting because it's like, it's only bringing you joy. This is very Marie Kondo because it's not cluttered. That's the thing, that it's not cluttered
It's
at
not
all.
cluttered. To some people, they come in, they think, like some friends say, you're a hoarder. And I say, no, I'm not a hoarder. You can walk clearly through any room in this house. But I love a lot of collections. My first collection I've ever had started was my walking sticks. And I started those, since I was probably a teenager.
What's your favorite walking stick?
There's some with swords in them. There's some with vials in them. My favorite one's probably the one with the sword.
Gorgeous.
I bought this at an estate sale. I used to work for an estate sale company years ago.
Okay.
And I bought something from every single house. It's not that sharp. I've never sharpened it. But
Have you ever used it?
No. I used to on Eastern Parade. Would dress up every year, and I would buy a new walking stick.
Okay.
And then that year would be that walking stick. So I remember the walking sticks by the years in which we had Easter parades. And then they kind of stopped after COVID, and I stopped buying walking sticks. My favorite thing in this room is my little mouse house. So the mouse house I lined it with grass cloth wallpaper. And originally, this was a telephone ringer box.
Okay.
So the ringer in the 30s, this house was built in the 30s, the ringer was separate from the phone. So there was a tube here, like, a wire that would go down to the ringer box, and then right here would be the phone. This is a picture of my great-grandma. My aunt painted it, and she gave this to me. At the top, there's a picture of her, so you'll see the portrait likeness.
Where was she from?
Greece. She's from Greece. She had an arranged marriage here when she was 16, I believe.
Wow.
I painted that picture in elementary school.
That's great. I thought that was a Van Gogh.
I did that. I painted that. I painted the picture next to it.
Is it inspired by the Van Gogh?
No,
Did you do this one?
I was in 6th grade, or
wait,
no, I was in
this
5th grade.
one or this one?
The one above it.
Okay.
These ones I got at Class and Trash.
Okay, fabulous.
It's like a collection of them.
Fabulous.
I've been collecting portraits for a long time.
Oh, wow.
I got this at a antique store in Norfolk, and it says, a member of Jimmy Carter's family stayed in this house during his campaign in 1976. Why would someone get rid of that?
I don't know.
I think it's kind of cool.
The dollhouse, for example.
Oh my God, that's my favorite piece in this. If the house was to catch on fire, I would run inside and grab this dollhouse.
Okay.
And I would have to ask a neighbor to help me because it's too heavy. But that's the only thing I would take at this house. It's a Madeline Smith dollhouse. It's made of wood. It opens.
Oh my God. It's
and it's
beautiful.
my liquor bar.
Oh.
And it has a cabinet for it. I have little people in the windows.
Oh my.
And then inside of this dollhouse bar, I have a dollhouse bar.
Oh my God. How?
I don't know how I find these things.
How do you find it?
Look at that.
Oh my God.
This is my grandparents' wedding crystal. They got this when they got married.
Oh.
And when they moved, they gave me this set. And
oh my God. Was your grandparents?
Yeah, my grandparents.
Okay.
But this, there was a man at the antique store next to us, Shepherd Street. And he said, hey, can you help me bring this dollhouse into Shepherd Street? And as soon as I looked in his car, I said, that's a cocktail bar. He said, no, it's a dollhouse. I said, no, it's a cocktail bar. I want it. Like, I don't even care. I want it. So here it is.
You didn't even put it in.
Oh, no, they put it in, and then I bought it from Sarah.
Oh, my God. Beautiful.
I love quirky, too, like the Deadly Nightshade. That's from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
This little cat looking down. There's another cat under here, under the chair. They're like playing with each other.
I see it. There's a story here.
Yes, there's like, I want your eye to move across the room and see the story.
If you were going to give a piece of advice to somebody starting, what would you first say?
Proportions. I see the biggest problem with people that do their house, they're too scared to go big.
Okay.
Way too scared. And it's very important. Like, wall size matters. I go into people's houses and their house is just full of little pictures on big walls.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we can move every picture in your house to this one wall.
Right. And have a gallery staircase.
And have a gallery staircase.
Yeah.
In my desk here, I have things, that I mail letters and correspondence. But I have, like, my own little business card. I have this little stamp that has my monogram that I will do, like, you can see it on the letter. So when I mail a letter, I just do this, squeeze it, and then look, it has my name. I did it backwards, so now it's not going to work. But I just, and look, little.
Beautiful.
And then I just mail checks in that way. I mail little letters. This is my little Waterford envelope opener. This is a birthday stamp I put on cards. Little piece of silver. I just love this piece. I don't know what to do with it, but I just love it. So, it's a Fabergé clock someone gave to me. Little scooter in a basket. But I use this desk all the time. And it looks beautiful. Scooter's in here. There's Scooter and his little box.
Is he in there?
He's in there sleeping. I collected these marbles. So many people have been like, oh my God, I want those marbles. Look, I would love to count them so I can be like, oh, guess how many marbles are in here. But like, I just love them.
Your next party, you should...
I should count them and have a surprise.
Yeah.
But...
I'll help you. Did you wallpaper the back?
I did. This wallpaper I was going to put in the dining room, but as we spoke earlier, I have a fear of being bored of things. So I'm afraid if I wallpaper the dining room in that fabric, like this is a sterling silver horse. Look at this horse. It's beautiful. How can you not buy this?
Oh, Eddie, I love the mirror in the back there.
Up there?
Yes.
See, it just adds.
It does. But that is a very indirect light source.
Yes.
Super light.
It just reflects things around the room. I like layers. I like things behind things behind things. Or things on top of things on top of things. I used to have these lamps that were on top of books, which made them taller. But then it just made it too cluttered on the table. So eventually I took them away. But this is like my happy place.
I want to live
and this
here.
is where I can try things and like, okay, I don't like this. Let's move this. Or I saw things where they had plates around this whole entrance. And I was like, oh, that would be nice. And then sometimes I have to fight that. Like, okay, come on. Let's have some wall space. So when your husband wasn't home, you would face the dogs out to let people know that you were, home alone. Your husband's not home. So men could come and visit you.
What? No.
You can Google it.
No.
Men would come visit. No. And then when your husband came home, you'd be like, oh, my husband's home.
Oh, no.
So people would look in the window and say, oh, her Staffordshire dogs are in. And I like them looking out because, again, it's another weird story to talk about.
Yeah.
People, why is your dog's face that way? Oh, because my husband's not home.
How many extra pillows do you have? Like cases.
Lots.
Like if you had to guess.
They're in the basement.
How many of the square ones right there?
Like just the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Pillows, I seasonally change. The mantle, I seasonally change. The cup, I seasonally change a lot. I change the cocktail table due to the seasons. That's what the basement I have is like layover room. Like I'm just like, oh, this time let's put a tortoiseshell tray out and 3 candles and I do like keeping collections together, like the little Staffordshire houses. I like to. I think they make some more of an impact when your collections together, instead of spread out throughout the house. You don't get to get that full impact of seeing them all together. Like, oh wow, what are these? Separately, you'd be like, oh, it's a little house in the corner. Together, you're like, oh, show me what these do. I feel that.
Absolutely.
This is the dining room. I just recently took the chairs out of the dining room because I don't eat in my dining room. I don't even cook in this house.
You don't eat, honey.
This is the mannequin that I have. Her name is Shanita. And it's Shanita job, Shanita husband, Shanita diamond. She's always Shanita something. And right now, she needs a raccoon. This is now dressed like little Edie for the holiday. My friend's mom, someone gave her one, and she thought they were so weird, and people kept giving it to her. And she used to live in this Victorian house out in Chester, and she had this mannequin in the closet because she didn't know what to do with the lay-down mannequin. And my friend gave it to me from his mom's collection. She's now passed, and I dress her up about every season. Any kind of event coming up, she'll change to that event. I think she looks pretty good. Her boobs are bigger than normal mannequins.
Yeah.
Because of a lingerie, and I will not put her in lingerie because it will look like a sex doll. My neighbors,
well, she's in the front with
my neighbors do get scared. I invited them over for a party, and they did mention to me that this does scare them. And I remember back in the day when I used to have friends over, and they would say, "Aren't you afraid she's going to come to life?" And I'm like, I'm afraid that you think that's possible.
Oh, but
she's a mannequin.
I would love her to come to life.
Like
also.
The movie Mannequin.
It would be nice. Yeah.
I have wigs. I have outfits for her. And if I'm in a thrift store and there's a cheap little fun outfit, I'll buy it for her and she'll wear it for a while.
And I like the plinths too. I mean, is that something that we need to start getting?
Yes. I just love that they make the thing on it prettier, you know? And I move this around. Like this guy will be here. This will sit on here. It just depends how I feel. I move things around. I like big arrangements on tables. It just keeps your eye working the whole time. And for example, this, you probably heard the term put a sock in it, right? Mm-hmm. So that term comes from Victrolas that you play. Oh, this is going to be loud. Just for a second.
It's okay.
But put a sock in it. You would put a sock in it to quiet.
Yeah. Wow.
So this right here behind you is an Edison. Edison had his own records because he did not want to share. So the Edison are thick records. Look how thick these records are.
Wow.
They're much thicker than normal records. And you cannot play anything except Edison records on his. And I like to put this little lady here because she dances when you... And this is a diamond that runs along the thing. That's what the needle is a diamond. Is beautiful. Look inside of this. This is like a little pad that cleans the record. It's great. So you don't touch this. You got to use this little handle here. Let's start in the middle. It's going fast. It's not going to work. There's a little ball inside that when you turn this, it pulls it into the hole.
Wow.
I don't also think of when I buy things for resale. Like, I don't care. It's what I want it to be. If I wanted this thing to be blue, I'll paint it blue. I don't care. If someone else is going to want it or not, I have no intentions on selling. Like, I don't buy things to think, even if I bought something that was a great deal, like I bought this bust and it was $10 and it's worth $100, it doesn't mean anything to me because I'm not thinking about reselling it. I just think, okay, now I guess I got a deal because I would have paid $100 for it too. You know, if I loved it. That bird was in the trash.
Oh, really?
Look at it. Shepherd Street was just throwing it away.
Really?
I think he looks a little shaggy, but I like the birds on the pictures. See, look, and it looks like one got loose.
Yeah.
That stained glass was in my old house.
Oh.
I loved that stained glass.
It's beautiful.
And like even this chandelier, I added these crystals to it. And I know they're different sizes. I just liked it being off. You know, I liked just that quirkiness is really important to me to keep that going. So the cakes over here are, this is a Hershey cake. It was in a Hershey display, like one of those glass cabinets.
Yeah.
And then this was on Amy Sedaris' TV show, At Home with Amy Sedaris. And my friend got it at an auction because she was selling all the stuff from that TV show for Diabetes 1. That's what she called it. So when she bought it, I have friends that this is willed to them. They're like, oh, if you die, this is mine. And she wrote this little thing that said, Eddie, you're as sweet as cake. Love, Amy Sedaris. And
it's true.
I am sweet as pie.
I mean, it couldn't be true.
I wanted her to say something more vulgar, like,
yeah.
But she didn't. She just, you know, like that's the kind of humor I thought was going to be there.
Oh
but
my God.
It's okay. So now this is into the kitchen. The kitchen, I'm not good with kitchens, okay? Kitchens are not my forte. I don't like clutter in kitchens. Isn't that crazy? In my house, I love stuff everywhere. But in kitchens, I could do without anything on my. I do like clean.
Well, when
you're cooking, you don't want things in the way. I don't want to have to move this over here and this over here. I mean, I have very little counter space as it is. This is the original kitchen, 1930s.
Wow.
When I first moved in, I typed in the 1930s kitchen for inspiration, and it looked exactly like this. And I was like, oh, I guess
it's it, baby. I mean, you're in
this is it. So this is the room I was talking about when I did not have these shears in here. The room looked very heavy when you walk in that door. I felt everything was on this side of the room. Yeah. And I felt I had to pull it back.
Well, you could see your dishes. What's in your dishes?
Well, they're very clean. And I also have wallpaper back behind it. So it is good.
There's nothing dark in there, but it still felt
I just felt like I could see all the dishes. I could see all the weight. I could see all of it.
Wow.
And it was just heavy to me on that side. So just putting these shears in helped me look, to me it looks much cleaner. It looks much put together, cleaner. This house would need a bump out of a kitchen. Like it's just because the oven's right here, I would just want to go out. So the silver trays, I love them. And that's now my collection that I've been working on. So, and I also do not spend crazy. Like it has to be appropriate price. The only problem is every quarter I have to polish these. And right now they're probably at a month away from being black.
Wow.
The quicker you get to them, the better.
Yeah.
So one day I just turn on, an old TV show and I will just start polishing silver.
Yeah.
And I also don't always like leaving overhead lighting on.
You know. I mean, you know. If
No.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, go.
So I did this one. I did this one. This is from my great-grandmother's house. I don't know her. I did this ghost. I did this ghost right here. This is my grandpa's favorite painting I did.
Oh.
This is my grandma and grandpa. I got this from, what's that restaurant? Opossum? La Possum?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had bought that. That's my pop-pop.
Oh, he's beautiful.
So these ladies are the Nolde family. The Nolde family was the first bakery in Church Hill, and now that building is apartments or condos. She was still alive during this estate sale. I bought this for $50 no one bid it against me. I had no idea how big this was, right? I don't read sizes. So I bought it. I went to go pick it up, and I came to this house way out in the country. It was above the fireplace, still hanging there. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with that? Because this was pretty much done. So I rearranged all of these pictures again to put them in the middle. So this is from Merritt Foster, is Noldy's child. That's why he had so much money. So that was his great aunt. I was like, oh my God, I have a picture of your aunt in my house. Oh. So when he passed, I bought this from his estate. They call him Chad. I don't really have a name for him, actually. I say they, as in the people at the estate sale company called him that. And he was already in this costume, this outfit. I've never changed him. I just added some fur and a little belt collar. This horn I put in his hand, I got from, I bought. This is from a movie, this picture with this rabbit. I forgot, I don't know this movie, but when people come up, they say, oh, that's from this movie. And I have it on my list to watch. I just haven't seen it yet. I try to keep a good mix of men and women. I find it easier to find portraits of women than men. This is me and Nathan as Bob's Burgers characters. He got that for me for Valentine's Day or my birthday or Easter. It was a gift. But this one, I bought this portrait first. And it's gorgeous, this portrait. And if you look really close, because I always have to find a detail, the locket on her neck, the man in it has been scratched out, which I find just fascinating because she's wearing, in mourning garment. So I thought that was fun fact. And the frame is gorgeous. I mean, it's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. These are just family pictures. I don't like a lot of pictures out unless you're like a grandma of people. So it's my parents, and that's my great grandmother downstairs that is the portrait of. And the Golden Girls, of course, they're everyone's family. And that's the hallway. I will still add more. I will probably finish this whole hallway with more pictures. I just have to find them. This is my closet room. My favorite room in the house. This is where people come and we always hang out in here. We sit on the sofa, we try on wigs, we chat about things. This room has a lot in it. There is costumes in this room that you can't see. They're in bins underneath the runway rack. That closet is full of fur coats. This room has a lot in it. But this is where I just love this room. This is my favorite room in the house. I was going to definitely make myself have a room like this in this house. My older house had this same room, and when I moved to this house, I made sure that I had this room again. And I dress up in this room. This is the bar. I have a little drink in this room. I just like I have this little figures of Indian and his squaw. Yeah, this room's my fun room. And I am in this room a lot. I have no TV in this room on purpose because I know it would distract from the room. This is a fish bowl I had full of Tic Tacs. And I made this hat for the Branch hat ball, Mad Hatter. I made it out of all discontinued trim. It's very heavy. My parents gave me that clock for Christmas. This is the upstairs bathroom. Not much to that. I just knew I wanted to pick a fun color when I was doing this room. And then this is my bedroom. So if I could pick a different style, it'd probably just be a higher end version of what I have. Probably a little less antiques. Some pieces would be newer. Just a contemporary. I fight that style anyway. It's like a contemporary style that I want, mixed with antiques. So I don't think my style would change too much. It would just be probably a little more elevated. And I know I have a lot of knick-and-knack of bric-a-bracs that I would probably try to clear some. I'll try. They'll come back. Every time I'll clean surfaces, because sometimes I'll come home like, oh my God, there's too much stuff everywhere. I need to clean all the surfaces. So I'll clean all the surfaces, and then every day there's a new piece that goes back. It's like, oh, it needs something right here. Oh, something over here. So what I'm doing is I'm clearing the surfaces, and then I'm just re-adding new pieces. So it really doesn't change anything. It's just I'm just changing it around. I'm not really cleaning those surfaces.
Well, I think it's like...
So I believe that my house is a canvas, and it will never stay the same. It will always be changing. I will always be finding new things that I love more than the other things that I have, and they'll slowly rotate themselves out. And that has happened just from, every day I see something that I like, and I'm like, oh, I love this so much. Where can I put it? I don't have any room. But if I move this one piece over there, then maybe I can squeeze in this piece over here. So if I love it, I'll make it work. My biggest struggle with interior design is trying to not be an old lady. I don't want my house to look like a funeral home. And for some reason in my mind, I'll go to a funeral home right now. I'm like, oh my God, I love this place. Because that's my style. I don't know why. It's a constant battle, struggle between funeral home or, art canvas.